All right, third graders, we are back to our Monarch report. And today is one of the things we are going to do is we are going to write our conclusion. Our conclusion is telling the reader we are done with all of our facts. It also can restate the main idea. So we're going to go into our rough draft. Okay, we're going to open that up. When we open that up, we can see here's our introduction. The monarch butterfly is an amazing creature that metamorphosizes through 4 different stages. It starts as an egg, hatches into a larva, turns into a pupa inside a chrysalis, and finally emerges as a beautiful butterfly. Let's start with the egg stage. Here I talk about the egg, the larva, the chrysalis, the butterfly. I'm on page 2. And now here I am. I'm going to a new line. I'm going to indent. I need to come up with about 3 sentences that wrap this up. Like, I'm going to type in the monarch butterfly is amazing to study. Each of the 4 stages is very I like how it does that for me. Is very interesting and important. It is fascinating to watch the life cycle of butterflies. The monarch butterfly is amazing to study. Each of the 4 stages is very interesting and important. It is fascinating to the life cycle of butterflies. Well, that sentence doesn't make sense. That's why I was rereading it. It is fascinating to watch. Let's say observe. Observe the life cycle of butterflies. All right, let's see. 1, 2. I have 3 sentences. This is my conclusion. Now my report is almost finished. What I'm going to show you is this. We are going to go now through the writing process. We've already came up with our ideas on the note cards. Right now, we've already drafted our report into the Google. Now we're going to revise and edit it. Okay, we're going to revise and edit it, then we'll be publishing it. So we're going to revise and edit it. Now, before we do that, we might want to look at the grading sheet. What are we going to be graded on? So what do I need to add? So here's the grading sheet. Okay, right up here it says a topic has been introduced. Similar information is grouped together in 4 or more paragraphs. So you think about my egg should only be talking about my egg and not my butterfly. My organizations, all paragraphs are clearly indented and the topic has supporting details, and then there's an ending statement. All sentences begin with capital letters and ending marks. Most words are spelled correctly. Remember, you can hover over the word, right click, and get an idea for spelling or ask a friend or your mom or dad or helping. Writing has strong words and a variety of words. This is what we're talking about adjectives. And then I have varied sentence pattern in every paragraph. I just don't say the butterfly is black and orange. The larva is this. Those aren't varied. Okay, and there's evidence that I edited my report. Okay, now that's the way I want to get a 3. Over here, these are a 2 and a 1. So I'm just focusing on getting myself a 3 in each of these areas. All right, so I'm going to go back now to my report and I'm going to look at it. I'm going to read through it. That way I know what I can add. Okay, my monarch report. The monarch butterfly is an amazing creature that metamorphosizes through 4 different stages. It starts as, I'm going to change this. I'm going to change this to, it starts as a tiny, oh, my hands are wrong, tiny egg. See, this is an adjective I'm typing. As look at it, suggested to me. Hatches into a larva, turns into a pupa inside a chrysalis, and finally emerges as a beautiful butterfly. All right, Now I'm happy with that. Okay, so I'm going to go into the egg. Remember, I want to make sure that I add in some adjectives. Now we are going to be learning about the egg stage. The monarch egg is the size of a pencil tip. I could add in here, which is very microscopic, which means small. It is clear or transparent in color. The egg is found on the bottom of a milkweed plant. It is laid. Oh, I'm going to add here milkweed plants can be found by ponds or in ditches. That adds details. I'm adding more details. It is laid under the leaf so it is protected from predators. The egg takes 5 to 7 days to hatch into a larva. I remember that the egg turns black at the end before it hatches, so I might just add that fact here. See, that's what I'm doing. I'm revising and going back. Okay, the egg turns black at the tip right before it hatches into a larva. See, I'm kind of opening it up because now my next paragraph is on larva. So see, you're going to read through, make sure, do you have periods? Do you have capital letters? Do you have a space between your period and capital letter? Okay, a space is made by the space bar on your keyboard. All right, do you have commas when you have different ideas? Um, right here, you can now I'm going to add to the larva. What kind of adjectives can you add? All right, that's what you want to go through. Ask your learning partner at home to help you read through this. What could I add? What are adjectives that I could use? What else could I put into my report to make it more interesting? Now I get down here, excuse me, and I notice that there's no space here, but there's a space up here. So how do I do that? I click here and I just hit the enter key. Now I have a space because I want it to all look uniform and the same. Now this is revising, going back and visiting your report to see what you can add. Editing is when you go through and add your periods and make sure you have capital letters. But revising is adding more details. I'm looking at my butterfly and I think, oh, I could add much more here. So that's what I'm going to continue to do. I'm going to revise and edit it, okay? Because I want to get a 3 in each of my areas. When I am happy with my report, then I can close it out, go back here, view assignment, and now I'm ready to turn it into my teacher. She will then look at it and maybe either send it back to me to maybe revise more, or she will just grade me if she thinks it's my best work. So I'm going to hit turn in here. Yes, I want to turn in my Monarch report. And now we are finished with our Monarch report.